Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to make a wireframe render. So I got this mesh here and it's got, an okay wireframe. So how do you go ahead and do a wireframe render? So it's not that complicated. Uh, you can either do it on a separate render layer or you can do it within the master layer. What matters is not so much that, but the settings that you change in the material. However, for this approach, I'm going to make a new render layer. So you make a new render layer by selecting all the objects on your scene, go into the render tab and click on this icon, which is going to make a new render layer, and it's going to assign whatever you have selected onto that render layer. Now with this here selected, I'm going to make what's called a material override. So right click on the render layer, override, create new material override, and just doesn't matter, just Lambert. And I'm going to call this wireframe material. Now, to access the render, the wireframe options, you're going to have to select the material and click the input and output connections, which is this here. That's going to show you the shading group. That's where you can change the settings for the wireframe. So select that and open up the attributes, and it's not going to be loaded. You actually have to come to this tab that says shading group SG, and you'll see a mentor tab, so click there, and that's where you see enable contour rendering. Now this is going to be the color of the wireframe, and this is going to be the width of the wireframe. Keep those two values in mind. The other part is coming to the render settings, and of course rendering with mentor array, and changing first your quality to production as soon as it opens. And then coming to features, and you'll see an option that says contours, and under contours you're gonna enable contour rendering, and then you're gonna show draw by property difference, and there this is the checkbox that will actually make the render of wireframe around all polyfaces. There's other options there. Oversample, you can only drag it to 3, but you can type in a higher number, and the higher that number is, the better the quality. The filter type is going to soften up or sharpen up that wireframe, and the hide source will make everything alpha except the wireframe itself, so that's a good one to check on. And with those values set, let's go ahead and make a little render. And there is our wireframe. So now we come back to the shading group, and if you need to make it thinner, you can change the width. If you want to change the color, you can totally do that too. Although I suggest you change the color in Photoshop or in After Effects. So just keep that color white, or even better, make it black. If you make it black, it looks black, but on the alpha, it's actually there. Okay, so that's it. So file, save scene, and that's how you make a wireframe render. See you.